A new study has revealed Aussie kids are being exposed to hidden nasties in some foods which are widely available. Research has found an alarming 9 out of 10 commercially available toddler foods sold in this country fail to meet international nutrition standards. Currently in Australia, there are no regulations for how much sugar can be in foods for either babies or toddlers. A recent survey found 90% of parents believe there should be laws to limit the amount of sugar and salt in food for children. For more on this, we're joined by paediatric nutritionist Karina Savage. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, this is alarming. 90% of commercially available foods for kids and babies don't meet global nutrition standards. Why are we just finding out about that now?
I agree with you. I think it is a concern that we have so many packaged toddler snacks available on the supermarket shelves these days, and as a paediatric dietitian myself, I am concerned that there are a lot of those products that are too high in salt or sodium, and they have these concentrated fruit pastes or fruit purees which really hike up the sugar and is not good for our children.
Right, so that's how extra sugar is maybe getting in there, and we think, well, it's apple or pear based, so it must be good for you.
Yeah, and they're not necessarily healthy because of that concentrated source of sugar. And what it's doing is it's really developing our young children's taste preferences towards salty and sugary foods, which they then carry with them into their teens and into early adulthood, and that's just not healthy.
Because as we know as adults, if you eat more sugar, you want more sugar. Well, so that's not good for our kids. So, should there be a limit on sugar and salt in baby and toddler foods?
I think we need to have a revision of the food, well, not only the food standards, but also the labelling, so that it makes it much easier for mum and dad in the supermarket to be able to pick up a toddler snack and go, okay, well, this is how much sodium this is in this product, or how much added sugar is in the product. So I think it needs to be much clearer for parents to make healthy choices.
Yeah, because they're busy enough. Is this a worry that our standards seem to be lower than the international standards, though? How did that happen?
It is a concern, and I think it's something that the Australian government definitely needs to look into to make sure that we are in line with what the rest of the world are doing and what is really healthy for our children at the end of the day.
Because it's salt as well.
Yeah, salt, sodium is something that I commonly see, and our nutrition surveys show that we know that our children are consuming too much salt. So any changes to toddler foods that is going to support what we already know is an issue is going to be a good thing.
Okay, we know that parents see all these headlines, and this is going to be one that every mother's group is going to be talking about. What do mums particularly and dads do about this?
I think for now what you can do is compare products. I always recommend comparing products per 100 grams and look at the sodium in one product compared to another, or the sugar in one product compared to another, and always try and choose the lower sugar or the lower sodium option. But at the end of the day, try to leave some of those processed foods on the shelf and stick to more whole basic foods.
Yeah, okay, and let's get the government to look into it. Thanks very much, Karina.
Pleasure.